Hey guys, it has been almost 2.5 months since my last update of this Dieffenbachia reflector. Today is the 6th of October. As you can see, it is still struggling. I've lost some of the bottom leaves. Let's bring this out and see what we can do. Just to give you some context, I've moved to this new apartment about 2 months back, and the conditions here are pretty different from my previous one. All the plants are in the balcony, but it is really hot compared to my previous apartment. The temperature can get as high as 32 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty hot. I think the plant was just trying to get used to the conditions. Yeah, but I think it's really way too hot. So I get these super crispy yellow leaves. Not sure whether is it because of the temperature or is it something else. But I don't get any pests on this plant, so I will rule that out. It's either temperature or humidity or something to do with my watering. As you know from my previous video, I repotted this to a more well-draining mix. But it still stays pretty moist for a while, so I try not to overwater this. And I got a comment from a subscriber that this reflector prefers a moist potting medium, so I shouldn't be letting the medium dry out. Moist, as you can see, and I watered this about 4 days ago. It's the latest leaf that unfurled, but look at this. Yeah, there's no pest I can see with my naked eyes at least. I have seriously no idea. And yeah, this is a new leaf that's just unfurled. I think it has less variegation. I don't know what's wrong. I really am at the brink of giving up on this. But I like this reflector a lot. It's really one of my favorite plants because of the patterns on the leaf. So gorgeous. So I'm going to give you one last chance before I throw in the towel. So I'm going to try to propagate this. I'm not sure how successful I will be. So hopefully this propagation will help to rejuvenate the plant and give it a hard reset that it needs. So we're sitting here just behind this large high constellation, so it doesn't get direct light, but it's still bright enough. So as you can see, it has gotten really leggy with this very long stem, but there are no leaves along the stem. So what I can do is to do stem propagation, chop up this long stem into different parts and propagate it. First, let me remove all the brown leaves. Okay, I'm quite nervous to propagate this while this new leaf is still unfurling. But I guess I got to do it sometime because it's always giving me a new leaf. So that's the good thing about this Dieffenbachia. But somehow the leaf will always turn yellow. Yeah, look at this. Let's chop this up. Okay, what I'm going to do is to cut off the top of this reflector, probably about 2 to 3 inches, and I'll propagate the top cutting in water. And then for the rest of the stem, I'm just going to chop it up into 2 to 3 parts, or maybe even 4 parts, if there's enough material. And then I'll propagate those stem cuttings into just regular soil or just regular potting medium. Okay, I'm just going to use this kitchen knife that has been sterilized. Of course, this will not go back into the kitchen drawer. I'll make sure of that. And also just to take note that once you have handled this Dieffenbachia, make sure you wash your hands because they actually secrete these oxalate crystals, which can irritate your skin, or if you ingest it, it can cause your throat to swell up. Hence the name dumb cane. So keep it away from children and animals, you know, don't let them chew on it. So I'll probably cut here for the top cutting. So this is the top cutting. There is this auxiliary bud here, this growth point. Not sure if you can see. This will actually allow new growth to come out. Okay, I'm going to leave about 2 inches from the base of the plant. So I'm just going to cut off around here. I got to be careful with my fingers. Okay, this is all that's left of the original plant. I'm just going to leave it. There'll be new growth that will come out from the base or from the growth points here. So this will trigger that spurt of growth. Okay, so this is about 20 to 25 cm. I think I can cut up into 3 parts. You cut it, make sure you don't cut into the growing eyes, those auxiliary buds, because that's where the new growth will come out from. Okay, so I've cut it into 3. Okay, this is the top cutting that I'm going to propagate this in water. So I have this container of water. I can't find a more suitable one, so this will do. Actually, since there is no roots, it doesn't need all these leaves because the leaf will actually take up energy for this cutting to actually grow some roots. Yeah, actually I can remove this yellow one, but yeah, let's see. I'll just put it in the water and we'll see how it goes. Okay, for the stem cuttings, I'm just going to use this regular potting soil. I think it's mainly cocoa peat. Yeah, nothing fancy. As an experiment, I'm going to put one stem cutting vertically into the potting medium, and the other 2 I'm just going to place it horizontally. I'll place the other 2 horizontally, but just make sure that the growth points are on top. Okay, just make sure they are not totally covered up. And yeah, I'll water this very lightly. Okay, remember to wash my hands as well with soap. So this is the original plant. We will see if there's any new growth that comes out after a while. And these are the stem cuttings, all 3 of them. And the top cutting that is sitting in this container of water, which is way too much actually. I don't need all this water. So I'm going to change this if I can find another more suitable one. So thank you for watching this episode. I will keep you guys updated. I hope this will jumpstart the plant and will do much better for me. So thank you for watching. If you like contents like that, I hope you can subscribe to my channel. And take care. Meanwhile, see you again in my next video. And remember to show your plants some love.